Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be going over how to train coordinates into the Baumer Verisens software. So it's going to be giving us the option to use the distance tool and the circle tool and measure things in units such as millimeters or inches, as opposed to just measuring it in pixels or percentage from trained. So as a review, let's go here to the geometry tab and we'll go to distance. And you can watch my other video on how to use this tool. But basically it's going to measure, let's use rectangular distance. So we're measuring the width across this handle for this wrench, and it's giving it to us in pixels. The other option is percentage. So of course, because this is the same exact tool, the same exact wrench image that we're using, that we trained it on, it's going to be 100%. Or in pixels, which is, it's counting the individual pixels from this edge up to this edge as 85 pixels across. Now, once we train in coordinates, there's going to be a third option, and that's called units. And I'll show you how to do that. So let's cancel out of that. Let's zoom out. And what you're going to want to do is, under your camera, you're going to want to put some kind of a 2D graph. Maybe it could be graphing paper, something like this, where you know the distance in the real world from between each one of these hash marks. So let's say each one of these hash marks represents 1 centimeter in the real world. So you're going to want to put that at the same exact distance as the part you're measuring, because if that graph is closer or further away, it's going to mess up your units measurement. So let's go back here. So this is our graphing paper. Let's say we took an image of this at the same distance as that wrench part. So now we're going to go to adjust image. And typically, it starts out here in the image acquisition tab where you can adjust your exposure time and edge sensitivity and things like that. Let's go to the coordinates tab. That's the second tab over. And you're going to click this button. It's to convert image coordinates to world coordinates. So once you click that, you're going to have the option to put 4 points down on this image. Let's zoom in, because we want to be pretty accurate with this. So let's put one of the coordinates right here in the middle. At 0, 0, the other one here at 5, 0, the other one at -5 or 0, -5, and then over here at 5, -5. So those are going to be our 4 points. I typically just draw them in a square like that, and then we're going to have the option or the chance to put in their coordinates here in this. You can see there's the 4 different points, x and y coordinates. So 0, 0 is going to be your first one, yes. Your second one is going to be 5, 0. Third one's going to be negative, or actually it's going to be 0, -5. That's right. You can see it's populating these based on the first 2 points and what it thinks the next value is going to be, and the next one's going to be 5, -5. Yes, that's all correct. And once you have all those points put in, they should all turn green like this. And you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to save it. You just go back to the check features. Let's go back to our wrench image, zoom out, and do that same exact distance tool like we were doing before. And this time you're going to see that there's going to be this third option called units. And let's go to the rectangular distance. And it's telling us that the distance from this edge down here to this edge up here, which if you remember before was 85 pixels across, it's counting that as 3.25 units based on those coordinates that we trained in. So it's saying 85 pixels is 3.25 units across, and by 3.25 units, those units could be centimeters or millimeters or inches. Those original coordinates I think were in centimeters, so this is just going to be in centimeters, and you just have to remember to keep the units the same. And that's really all there is to it. Again, this is for, let's just say okay. This is for any measuring tools that you're using, like this distance or circle tool, where you're trying to measure the distance across. And that was under this coordinates tab. And that's all there is to that feature.